Hello everyone, Indigo Snake here. Welcome back to another episode of Chows of Cold Steel. Well, looks like... well, one of my things is right there. Alright, let's look at our quests. Alright, so we get 2 quests, if I remember correctly. This is still on the same days, it's just like... I had to take a break, guys. that was a long episode for me. I want to get this green one, though. For me, it's okay. We gotta go to the restaurant first, so I'll be back. Let's talk to people. I don't know what he has to say. Let me see here. I wish you all luck with today's task. We shall be sure to notify you should Lord Eustace get in contact, so feel free to set out without concern. Alright, let's talk to everybody, like I always do. Not all nobles are the same. There are even low-ranking nobles like myself who own no land whatsoever. I do own a small business in Heimdall, but there's hardly any difference between myself and a common merchant. Truth be told, the nobles here in Bereahard are a bit too dazzling for me. Wow, so this kind of they're kind of like middle class. There's, the middle class, which are still considered nobles, just not as big. Or maybe it's like upper middle class. Let's say that. Lord Eustace was called back home, wasn't he? It's common knowledge that things are rather difficult between him and his family, particularly due to the fact that his mother wasn't from a noble background. So I like how everyone's talking about it now. They weren't before. Lord Eustace happens to be in a rather difficult situation in regards to his family. The strife seems to pain Lord Rufus's heart as well. Everybody knows about that shit. Y'all weren't talking about that shit before, though. That's hilarious. I guess it's okay to talk about. Let's see, is there anyone up here for me to talk to? Oh, one person. It's a little boy with the highlighter hair. Prince Olivert happens to be popular within Heimdall lately. He wasn't all that widely known at first, thanks to his mother being a commoner. But he started appearing in the news more often as of late, always up to something interesting. I can't help but look up to him. There's hope yet for this world. At least in this game. People are mingling with quote-unquote commoners. People are falling in love due to love. People are having children with people who they love and not based on whether they have money or not. Which is great. It's gonna suck even more if there really is a war. And we all seen the beginning, the in medias res, however you say it, intro. So there is going to be some sort of war going on. I've heard that Marcus Ragnar of the 4 Great Houses who lives to the north has quite the temperament. He always resorts to brute force when anything happens within his province. Meanwhile, Marquis Higharms, who rules the Sutherland province, is relatively gentle. He's quite flexible in his policy making, and the province's residents seem to have very little issue with him. Haha, of course he does act with the dignity of one who would expect from a member of the 4 Great Houses. The 4 Great Houses may generally be discussed as a unit, but they each have differing viewpoints on various matters. They seem to be on the same page when it comes to dealing with the reformists, however. Alright, that's all she had to say. She laughs a lot. Haha! Mommy said yes when I asked her if we could go play. Hee, she's gotten really nice all of a sudden. I'm gonna pretend to be vehicles with Mommy today, too. That's cute. I like how no one has moved from their spot but have different things to say. Vino was rather persistent, so I brought him along today too. I did have some plans for dinner tonight, but oh well. I wasn't particularly thrilled about the idea of going in the first place. It's kind of fun skipping out on established plans. Now I get to spend some time with my son today. Yeah, usually people only have 2 things to say to me. Oh, okay, so this is where I need to go. Probably inside though. It seems that Lord Eustace was called home by the Duke. My words, just what business would the Duke have with someone like him? A good question. He can't truly expect anyone to support Lord Eustace when commoner blood courses through his veins, can he? Wow. Lord Rufus will be the one taking his father's place regardless. Lord Eustace is but a mere spare should things go wrong. Wow. I know exactly how you feel, Machias, but nothing good will come from confronting them. There's no need to tell me that. Let's go. We've got no business with these fools. See, now Machias likes Eustace more because he's more of an underdog. What is it, commoner? Please, if you've no business with us, be gone. You're ruining the nice scenery. I don't want to be within the vicinity of you clowns anyway. Wow. They act so differently without Eustace here. Can I talk to him? He seems like a nice guy. Now, see here, it's quite serious crime for commoners to listen in on conversations between us nobles. Not that I expect you would be able to understand such deep, intelligent conversation either way. Hurry and be gone. Wow. Wow. Things are so different without you, so I'm gonna switch it up. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna switch up.
It's my turn.
Right.
Okay.
Go.
It's my turn.
Right.
You know what? I've enjoyed having Machias out here. I'm gonna have him out here again. That's the last place I'm going to. I'll be back. I'm gonna talk to everybody everywhere really quick. Because I gotta explore everything and what happened to chapter 3 of Blood Moon? Jeez. I came to offer my prayers before returning home. This will be the last time I get to do so at such a magnificent cathedral after all. The sister here came to greet us earlier. She was ever so elegant too. Even the Sisters of Berea Heart fit the city's high-class image, it seems. So they only had one thing to say to me. Cool, cool. We people are but ephemeral and powerless. However, we must continue to pray on regardless of this. There are many children in Berea Heart who are not as fortunate as others. My wish is to provide those children with hope for the future. We at the cathedral carry out charity activities multiple times per month. The tax increases have certainly made things rather difficult here, but I still wish to do what I can for the people. It's really nice of you. Let's talk to this guy over here. I've only just noticed recently, but the sisters here is so graceful. I feel as though I recognize her from somewhere too. I can't say for sure, however. Her habit covers much of her head. You probably have seen her somewhere before. Archbishop Amon has made many appeals to Duke Alberea in regards to recent events. He doesn't seem to be willing to lend an ear, however. To make matters worse, he stopped attending Mass recently too. Whatever should we do about this? Duke Alberea seems completely unwilling to listen to the people's pleas. Oh, Adios, please guide us through these troubling times. I've been receiving many letters from every church in the Cruzan province ever since the tax increase began. Each and every one of them detail the negative effects that taxes has been having and how the people are suffering from it. I've also heard talk that Orrock Fort is strengthening its armaments too. I'm reading slowly now. Great. Perhaps Duke Alberea needs to be reminded that Adios's one desire is for us to be at peace. There have been many unsettling rumors here in the Cruzan province lately. Perhaps Duke Alberea needs to be reminded that Adios's one desire is for us to be at peace. Well, I don't know. I'm sure he knows that he doesn't give a fuck right now. Hee. Keep taking pictures, Dad. Make sure you get the fountain in the cathedral, too. Oh my god. I thought they were dating. I don't know why. They were like husband and wife or something. It's almost time for my train home. I'm sad to leave, but all good things must come to an end. I suppose I should take some last-minute pictures before leaving. Lord Eustace's mother was a commoner, I believe. There are some nobles who would speak ill of him because of that. It's not really my business, but I still find myself upset on his behalf. Fortunately, Lord Rufus has always been supportive of Lord Eustace. It's always wonderful to see two brothers who are so close to one another. I hope that one day those who refuse to accept Lord Eustace will come to see how wrong they were. Yeah, we'll see about that. Hey, rando person. Lady Annabelle is the epitome of pure and delicate maiden, which makes me worry that something terrible may have befallen her, or maybe she's been tricked by some hooligan. If only she would at least send me a letter. I would keep it secret even from her father. Lady Annabelle left the house after a fierce argument with her father. Oh, Adios, please let her be safe. Okay, I don't know who she is, but I hope she's safe too, man. Let's see if they say anything here. Airships happen to be commonplace in Liberal to the south, with airports being present in almost every city. There's also frequently scheduled flights between them all, leading Liberal to be known as an airship country. Erebonia has a long way to go to match up to that. You only have airports in the provincial capitals and Heimdall itself, after all. Urbonia has quite a long way to go to match up to Liberal's use of airships. We do have our robot network to make up for that, however. Thanks for giving me this quick history lesson on locomotion in this town. How do I get down here? Like, I have a whole thing going on down there. I can't get there. I've heard that commoners seem to be acting out of line in Heimdall these days. How deplorable. We nobles are the ones who continue to protect Urbonia's honor and traditions. Those commoners will only succeed in bringing ruin to the country. We nobles are the ones who continue to protect... Okay. He seems like a wonderful guy, doesn't he? Let's see if I can do anything down here. You know what? I don't think I've been down here, guys. I really don't think I've been down here at all. Which is hilarious. What in the world? I can go in here. The doors are locked. Why is this locked? Where does it lead to anyway? Oh. I mean, it's locked because it may be somebody else's, you know, house. This is very interesting. This must be like maybe a side questy area. So weird. Okay. Well, cool beans. I thought there might have been a treasure chest down here, but there is not a treasure chest. My lady, might I request that you make today's conversation short? We do have a luncheon to prepare for. Today has been quite a surprise. I never would have expected to bump into Lady Asselin once again. Oh, that's the excuse you have? Or you guys didn't change from yesterday's setup? Speaking of which, have you heard that rumors about the Crimson Tiara? San Corias seems to have gotten their hands on it. Perhaps they'll make it publicly available? Oh, what an exciting thought! I happened to purchase a sapphire tiara just the other day. And of course, it was indeed Bereahard's very own sapphire. I had it produced in one of the stores on Artisan Street, even. Okay, I actually may need to buy some things here. Like, you know, if I find some defense shit, I'm gonna have to buy that. Being polite is the best policy when it comes to serving nobles. They'll be much more favorable towards you if you focus on being as polite as possible, rather than showing them goods. Hee, that's something I finally learned for myself recently. Speaking of which, how you interact with servants all depends on what sort of family they serve. It takes some experience to be able to tell that, however. None of that shit should matter, guys. You should just treat everybody how you want to be treated. It should not matter, like, who you work for and all this shit. You should treat everybody the same. Not exactly the same, because everyone's different, but you know what I mean. Even those of us in Bereahard have been subject to harsh tax increases for a while now. It's far from ideal, that's for sure. It's rather cool, too, as we work our hardest to please the nobles. It seems like more and more people are growing dissatisfied with the Duke. I can't blame them either. Oh my, please keep that little slip of the tongue to yourselves. I dread to think what would happen if one of the nobles heard what I just said. Alright guys, I'm gonna look at his shop real quick and see if they got anything. Oh god, I need that shit. Alright, actually, let's exchange shit. Alright, that was okay. Let's check here. Lord Rufus's efforts of late have been most impressive. Not only has he been dealing with business within the province, he manages to conduct his affairs in other provinces too. He seems to be negotiating and coordinating with the other provinces in his father's stead. I can't think of another man in the Empire his age who can compare to his ability. I hold great pride in him. It feels as though most news recently has been bad news, but hearing of Lord Rufus's accomplishment is always a joy. I'm looking forward to what he does in the future. That's great, at least somebody's happy about something. Alright, let's check this person out. Even now, Bereahard remains the center of fashion for nobles. Seeing tailors whip up refined and elegant dresses with little to no effort truly is a sight to behold. I wish to be able to make dresses like that myself one day. Becoming a designer is my dream. I see working at this store as one of my many stepping stones towards making that dream a reality. Hee, I plan on cleaning your mansion from top to bottom. I've even received permission to do so, too. Master was very keen on the idea when I mentioned that the mansion next door is far cleaner than ours. Nobles are always very concerned about appearances. They're always willing to listen should you bring up the mansion next door. Yeah, they're fickle. See what we have here. Nobles are said to have originally been knights who rose up to defend their lands. So in essence, the nobility and military power will always be closely linked. That is why Duke Alberea's right to lead the Cruisin' Provincial Army is undisputed. While Duke Alberea seems to have little interest in hunting, Lord Rufus seems to have a penchant for it. I've heard that he even took part in a falconry competition in Heimdall sponsored by Emperor Eugen himself. Oh, if only I were from an influential family, then I could have joined them. That's odd. There's a large number of provincial army soldiers around this morning. I got word that something happened over at Orrock's fort yesterday, too. It's probably safe to bet the two are related. Okay, so I'm once again broke. So easy to get broke around here. Alright, let's go to the Noble District. Where Eustace is, in his house, I think. This might be his house. No, it's not his house. This is a rando guy's house. I can't go upstairs. I can go upstairs now. Wait, let me check around here first. Wow, there's no one around here. Let's go upstairs. Wow, what could be up here? Master Gordy is currently facing a most perilous situation. Please come back at a later date if you wish to meet him. Oh, is that this? I think that's the same, because Nora, that was the mate that was with him, or servant that was with him. So I think that's the same guy that ate the whatever we found in on the highway. Supposed to be made into a ring, but he ate it, and maybe he was sick. Maybe that's why he really wanted it. I'm putting pieces together. Oh, adios, not again. Royce, hurry. Master Gordy, I'll be right there. Someone isn't having a good day. Looks like that Dryad's heart is coming back to haunt him. Oh, looks like it's not good to... Looks like it's not good to eat Dryad's tears. Oof. Oh. That's crazy. It's all coming to fucking together. I love when games actually put some thought into, like, this NPCs. Like, they do have, like, their own little small stories. It's interesting. Makes it worthwhile that I'm talking to everybody. May is always the best time for one to enjoy fresh new greenery. Oh, I almost feel as though I can hear their breathing as I sit here. Oh, is it the kitty cat? She still got the kitty cat. Everyone's just still in their places. Let's see, and this is the provincial army place. Jesus is not with us, so maybe they won't like us. Someone just came by on behalf of Duke Alberea. He might have new orders for us, so I'll have to confirm this later. Excuse me, but what business do you have here? Quit loitering around here and beat it. Other guy was nicer than you. I was just being nosy. Can I just be nosy? Fuck. Alright, let me go up here first. Lord Eustace is most likely in the midst of discussing things with His Excellency. This has nothing to do with you all, so take your leave. Great. Fuck you too. I'm turning into Machias before your eyes. Say enough rude shit to me, I will. We'll be leaving now. I shall leave the house in your care during our absence. As you wish, my lord. We plan on visiting the cathedral today to offer up our prayers. My children are certainly excited, though on such an occasion, a measure of more solemnity would not be unwelcome. Kids, we're going out today. Yay! I want to go horsey riding. So, weren't you playing with some other little boy? Oh. Oh, little girl, actually. Oh, hello there. Is Lord Eustace not with you today? He was called back to his home by the Duke. I'm somewhat worried now. His treatment of Lord Eustace can be rather cruel at times, I've heard. The Duke's treatment of Lord Eustace can be rather cruel at times, I've heard. I do hope he's okay. The timing of this is rather odd, too. It's very unlike the Duke. Was the little girl with the blue hair that I really like. Calm down, Hein. We're all going out to the cathedral, so hurry up and get changed. But I don't wanna! I wanna play! Let me play! Aww. There's plenty for us to pray for today, such as our family's safety and the prosperity of our land. We plan on having our traditional dinner party afterwards, too. I'll have to make a booking at Saucier now and then. Artisan Street. Okay, guys. We're gonna go into, Let me talk to these ladies over here. Oh, they've completely changed. The tourists or whoever they were aren't here anymore. It's just two very beautiful. Oh my god. This purple hair. I need this purple hair in my life. Look at this little swirly, like, that is so cute, guys. I would wear this outfit. I like Lolita, but I have no Lolita outfits to wear because they're kind of expensive. Seems like most of the stores here are patronized pretty regularly by nobles. I could tell because there were way too many zeros on one of the price tags I checked. I've heard plenty about this artisan street being full of excellent things to buy, which means that it's my duty as a shopping lover to scope it out. Oh my god, you girls, you ladies are looking so cute right now. Alright, let me look into Davo's factory is where we need to go desperately. Many people say they don't understand the Duke's thought process, but I know exactly what he's thinking. The fact is, he's thinking solely of himself. He's sitting there evaluating what's of worth to him and what isn't. He's thinking the same thing about Lord Eustace, considering his background. The Duke decides everything based on what has worth to him. His son is no exception. That's really sad. I don't understand how people get like that. Where is the empathy at? Like, people get to a position in their life where they just don't give a fuck about anyone besides themselves. I have to hold my tongue when the nobles are about, but the tax hikes the Duke put into effect are really starting to get unreasonable. I've always found his son Eustace easy to get along with whenever he stops by Artisan Street, but that's probably just because his mom's a commoner. Come to think of it, that Prince Olivert, who seems to be all over the place lately, was born to a commoner himself. I suppose it's just easier to feel an affinity towards those without blue blood. They're more like us. Oh my goodness, these are really good. Like this has, you can prevent freeze, petrify, and stat down, whatever that is. Sleep, nightmare, faint, and confused. Faint and confused together, guys. Oh my god, everybody needs that on. I have no money for that. Duke Alberea acting like a tyrant is nothing new, of course, but what can we common folk do about it? My only option is to focus on my work and complete it to the highest standard I possibly can. That's why I want my son to become a fully fledged artisan as soon as possible. I totally understand, man. I'm trying to talk to everybody out here. Everyone has a thing that has an opinion about Duke Alberea. Political talk from the common folk. Someone I know is coming over to stay tonight. He always has plenty of stories about other towns. I've never left Berea, so I always look forward to hearing them. I wonder how long he'll be here for. Hopefully for a while. Finally, somebody's not talking about Duke Alberea. This is kind of like the real world. Like, at the beginning, maybe a few people had a thing to say about Duke Alberea, but now that's all they're talking about. One of our regulars is coming over today. Some of the merchants who used to come here stopped due to the tax hike, but I'm fairly sure he'll still come along. He's the type of person who always helps you when you're in a bind. One of our regulars is coming over today. In fact, he should be here any minute now. He's one of my big espresso fans. This guy is still here, Jesus Christ. There's plenty of different areas in the Cruisin province that are owned by a variety of nobles. Each of these areas has its own unique produce, which we traveling merchants buy up and carry along to sell elsewhere. It's actually a fun and relaxing job, surprisingly enough. Traveling around the province doing business is kind of fun. The only downside is that you won't really make much mirror from it. Yeah, that makes it less fun. Because you need mirrors to survive and all that. I should be able to get my dressmate now. Father isn't quite as useless as I initially believed it would seem. Damn, girl. I gathered up some mirror from acquaintances to pay for the tailoring expenses. I'm quite the skilled one, if I do say so myself. Gathering up 80,000 mirror in a single night is no easy task. I don't know. Just the thought of paying it all back next month is making me tremble. It really is hard to believe that they can charge this much for simple clothing. However, I never once expected that a life full of debt was waiting for me here, of all places. Jesus, I feel so sad for you. Can't tell this girl no at all for some reason. I don't think I've been in here. Wow, I don't think I've ever been in here. Well, maybe I have, I'm not sure. Duke Alberea isn't exactly popular among the people, to be perfectly honest. However, I can't bring myself to think ill of Lord Eustace. His actions and attitudes speak for themselves, but there's also the fact that children seem to be oddly fond of him. You can tell just by looking that Lord Eustace is a good person deep down. Children seem to be oddly fond of Lord Eustace. He's even kind to Arturi too, so I find it difficult to believe that he isn't a good-natured person. It's like Michael Jackson. That's all I have to say. Ever since we bumped our prices up because of the tax hike, we've had a bunch of nobles complaining. I mean, we could make some low-quality stuff with inferior material and sell that cheap, but that ain't our job. We pride ourselves on high-quality work, so that ain't something we'll ever stoop to. That won't change either. It doesn't matter what the Duke or our customers say. Sorry, but we bumped our prices up recently, and I ain't bumping them down until those taxes go back to normal either. So, I wonder if the game is really putting that into the actual gameplay, because I've noticed that I get broke very easily. These items are very, these are thousands of Mira, and I rarely have that much Mira going on. So I wonder if the game, deliberately made it so it's difficult to have a lot of Mira in this game. I don't know. That would be kind of, pretty cool if they really thought that far into it. We make all the clothes sold at Camellia by the station. I've got some stuff here right now that's for them. Thank you for your patronage. Tanya at Camellia is kind of clumsy, though. I'm worried about her. Tanya started working at Camellia not that long ago. I'm kind of worried because she could be clumsy now and then. I think I know who you're talking about. And let's go to that restaurant, shall we? Let's talk to all the people out here. Talk to this guy. As much as he tries to hide it, Hammond's always worrying about Lord Eustace. He's been watching over him ever since he was a baby, apparently, so it's understandable. He probably considers him to be like his own son. Hammond's too shy to admit that he's always worrying about Eustace. He can't hide it from me, of course. You know what I can do, though, is I can cook things. Which I might show you guys. This savory herb, though, it's really good. Let's see, I can make at most 4 of these. I'm gonna make 3. There you go.
I'll do what I can. That came out well.
Wow, he's like a king of making tomato sandwiches. Let's make 3 of these. Let's get him to do.
Alright, I'll give it a try. What did you expect?
Ooh, victory sandwich. Plus strength 25%. Like, wow, this here's some really good things you can add to yourself. I'm actually planning on taking this chance to propose to her. We've been going out for 4 years now, so yeah, I want to make things official. We're in a high-class restaurant. The mood's nice and romantic. I planned this pretty well, didn't I? I've gotten the hang of table etiquette rules here now. This really is delicious. If only we could eat like this every day. Oh my god, this is so cute. They're gonna propose and get married. Alright. The tax hikes in the Cruisin province have really taken their toll on sales. They're not really an issue over in Heimdall, though. The market there still has plenty of room for growth. I'll have to make sure Baron Fafnir and I come to an agreement today. Baron Fafnir has some connections to a retail store in Heimdall. I'll have to make sure we come to an agreement today. Okay, cool. It looks like this guy walking around. Hello, everyone. Did you enjoy your meal last night? We were excited to serve Lord Eustace again for the first time in a while. We hope to see you again. Great. Let's talk to these people. Just intrude. These are the same people. Does everyone just come back to the same place all the time? Explain yourselves. Surely there must be more important things for us to go and see. You guys eat here like 24/7, Jesus. Perhaps I should take the time to head into town today. What to do there, though? Do I take the time to marvel at the pair of Pegasi on the roof of Duke Alberia's mansion? Or would I be better off dedicating my time to the ancient waterways that run under the city? Oh my god. I sure hope this game doesn't have the proverbial, sewer dungeon. I hate sewer dungeons. Please don't make me do sewer dungeon game. Greetings and welcome. Hello, Hammond. We're here to take up your request, but I'd like to thank you for the delicious meal last night first. It was good. Oh, I'm pleased to hear that. Might I ask where Lute Eustace is, though? He was called back to the mansion, I'm afraid. We have plans to meet up with him in the afternoon, however. Is that so? It's too bad Eustace isn't here, considering this request is from his uncle. Anyway, about your request. Ah yes, as you read, I would like you to gather some ingredients for me. Are you all currently free? If so, I will explain the details of what I need. Yeah, let's do it. Yes, we can take it up now. Please go ahead and explain. Yes, the request mentioned something about making a nostalgic dish. Correct. Said dish isn't on our menu, but it's one that I would like you all to try. I assume it's rather a special dish. Then, there's no doubt about how delicious it'll be if you're making it at least. What kind of dish is it? Perhaps soup is the best way to describe it. I plan on making enough for you all to enjoy, so please look forward to that. Hee hee, how could we not? What is it you need us to gather then? There are 2 types of ingredients I'd like to ask you to gather for me. The first is globby fat, which can be collected from monsters on the highway. I need 5 of those to be exact. The other is an herb used by Deception Church to synthesize medicine called a healing herb. So 5 piles of globby fat and a healing herb. Where do we get the herb from then? You'll want to speak to Sister Tatiana, Berea Heart Cathedral. I'm sure she'll be willing to part with one. Just tell her I sent you. Alright, that sounds easy enough. And shall we start on the task at hand? Yeah, let's head to the cathedral first. Roger. Alright, we started it. We're gonna focus on that shit. Alright, I'm gonna go to the cathedral really quick. Aha. Oh, good day. Is there something you need from me? You must be Sister Tatiana, I assume. Could we trouble you for a healing herb by any chance? Haman from Saucier told us that we'd be able to procure some here. Oh, is that so? I see. Would you mind waiting a bit while I prepare one for you? Here you go. We appreciate it, sister. This is an ingredient used for making medicine, isn't it? Is it safe to use for food, though? Of course, it's a very healthy ingredient when used for food. The only issue is that it's very bitter, so some inventiveness on the part of the chef is required to hide that. I see. Haman must have some way of doing so, then. I'm kinda interested in how he does it. Likewise. Haha, same here. Well, thank you again for the help. You're welcome. I'm probably doing these voices so bad. Alright, guys. I've been at it for a while. Hopefully this won't be a super long episode, and it's at a time period that people will appreciate and not like an hour. So if you've enjoyed this, please subscribe to me for more episodes. I'm also on Twitter at IndigoSnake16, links in the description below. As always, can't wait to see you next time. Bye bye.